Everything
Virtuales.
stopped? Online?
Sí.
Well, that's good though, right? That way
Ujú.
you don't stop.
Sí, así no paramos y no nos perjudicamos. Además,
Ujú.
estamos en exámenes finales, solo son exámenes de todo lo que ya habíamos.
Solamente,
Sí.
solamente exámenes finales. Ok.
Es que, es que durante el año en mi universidad damos exámenes y el examen final es volver a dar examen de todo lo que ya habíamos dado.
Ujú. Ok.
Entonces, casi nadie estudia, porque se supone que ya estudiamos antes, solo vemos, repasamos lo que ya leímos.
Right. Ok. Bueno, independientemente de eso hay que estudiar, ¿no?
Claro,
Hay que estudiar porque si no se
sí.
convierte en un problema.
Pero me refiero a que no necesitamos pasar clases todo el tiempo. Ya se acabaron mis clases.
Oh, okay. Be present in class. Okay, okay, okay. I
Sí.
understand. You know what? I didn't know that. I mean, I know because you mentioned it, but I did not know that the situation was critical.
Sí.
Wow. I need to watch the news more. But they don't mention that. They don't mention anything about Bolivia.
No sé por qué, tal vez es el gobierno
Oh, man.
que intenta tapar todo, porque no quieren hacer el censo, pues. No sé.
Mm. Don't worry about it. It happens in Mexico too. So
Ujú.
it's the same. Okay, ma'am. So we completed the second unit, right? Module 11. Terminamos la segunda unidad. Hablamos de gramática el viernes, ¿correcto?
No, no pasamos el viernes.
No, no tuvimos clase. Fue el jueves.
Sí, solo el jueves y pasamos vocabulario, pero no recuerdo qué unidad era.
Ujú. Entonces no tuvimos clase
Solo tuvimos clases un día de la
el
semana.
jueves.
Sí.
¿Por qué lo puse en viernes? Me estoy volviendo loco.
Ah, no.
Vamos a ver. Bueno, fue un día de la semana,
Sí,
pero no, el viernes fue cuando me comentaste, ¿verdad? Que no podías.
sí.
Ujú. Ok. ¿Y pasamos vocabulario solamente?
Sí. Bueno, vimos el video, vocabulario y creo que solo es preguntas. O sea, hoy nos toca gramática.
Ok. Dame oportunidad de revisar algo rápido.
Ok.
¿Sale? Porque tengo una duda. Y estamos a 7 de noviembre y ya se está yendo el mes, el año.
Sí.
Oh, man. No te vayas, año.
Que se vaya de una vez. No me gusta este niño.
Ya se fue. Ya se fue y no se detiene. Estás en lo correcto, Camila. Empezamos la unidad. Y vamos a ver. Vimos videos. Ajá. Ujú. Y hicimos preguntas. Eso significa que nos toca gramática el día de hoy, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Ok. Ush. ¿Qué onda aquí? ¿Qué está pasando? Ujú. Ok, ya veo. Ok, entonces estamos todavía en la unidad 2, ¿verdad? Y necesitamos
Sí.
revisar la gramática. Good. So,
Sí.
vamos a ver, ¿estás lista física y mentalmente para la gramática del día de hoy?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this. Let me show you my screen. This is good stuff. Me gusta mucho esta parte porque we can check the different scenarios with the past. Simple past, past continuous using when. Recuerda que palabras como when, while, by, they connect. Conectan dos clases. Teacher, ¿podemos tener dos clases en el pasado? Claro, pero podemos tener diferentes tipos de pasados. Por ejemplo, puedo tener simple past con simple past. Past continuous con simple past. Ejemplo. I'm assuming a little bit. I thought about Talia when I left for school. Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking about her when I got to school. Okay.
Okay.
Pero tiene diferente connotación. El primero, I thought about Talia when I left for school. Pensé acerca de Talia cuando dejé la escuela. Ok, ocurrieron a la misma vez ambas.
Ujú.
La otra es en el continuo. I was thinking about her when I got to school. Ok. So
Yo,
I got to school primero y eso me puse a pensar en ella.
okay.
Ok, pero vamos a hablar sobre esto a detalle.
Okay.
Number one.
We use the past continuous to talk about an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. When we use the past continuous, we aren't interested in when the activity ended.
It was 6 o'clock. I was sitting in the student lounge.
We use the simple past to talk about another action that interrupts that action.
I was sitting in the student lounge when a woman came up to me.
In the example, first Jackie sat down in the student lounge. Then a woman came up to her.
Okay.
Okay.
This is interesting. We use the past continuous to talk about an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. Okay. So
Yes.
example, it was 6 a.m.
Ujú.
I was sitting in the student lounge. Okay. So sitting. We use the simple past to talk about another action that interrupts the action. Okay.
Okay.
I was sitting in the student lounge when a woman came up to me. Ese es solamente un ejemplo X. Pero ese es el bueno. We use the simple past to talk about another action that interrupts that action. Ok, vamos a hablar sobre esta gráfica. I was sitting in the student lounge. Estaba sentado en el pasado de un tiempo a otro tiempo. No specifics.
Ujú.
When a woman came up to me. En algún punto, una mujer se acercó a mí.
Okay. Simple past.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what it is. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Number two.
Yes.
We use when to introduce the simple past action.
Amy and I were talking when a friend of hers showed up.
In this example, first Amy and Jackie started talking. Then Amy's friend showed up.
Okay.
Okay.
So we use when to introduce the simple past action. Ya hablamos de eso al principio. When, cuando. Amy and I were talking, okay, when a friend of hers showed up. Okay.
Okay.
So in this example, first Amy and Jackie started talking, then Amy's friend showed up, and that's it. Simple.
Okay. I get it.
3.
When both clauses are in the simple past, the meaning is very different. Notice the difference in these two examples. When Jackie arrived at Valentino's, Nick and Talia looked at their menus. In this example, first Jackie arrived at Valentino's. Then Nick and Talia looked at their menus.
When Jackie arrived at Valentino's, Nick and Talia were looking at their menus.
Mm,
In this example, Nick and Talia were looking at their menus. Then Jackie arrived at Valentino's.
Okay.
Esos que pasaron al mismo tiempo, ¿verdad?
Okay. Vamos a revisar ambos escenarios. When both clauses are in the simple past, the meaning is very different. When, ahora vamos a empezar con when al principio. Y recuerda, cuando empezamos con when al principio, dividimos nuestras clases con una coma.
Yes.
When Jackie arrived at Valentino's, Nick and Talia looked at their menus. So first Jackie arrived at Valentino's, then Nick and Talia look at their menus. Usualmente cuando hablamos de cosas en el pasado simple, primero ocurre una y luego otra.
Ujú.
Okay. When Jackie arrived at Valentino's, Nick and Talia were looking at their menus. Okay, aquí es completamente diferente. Porque significa que cuando llegó Jackie, ya Nick y Talia estaban mirando los menús.
Okay.
Nick and Talia were looking at their menus, then Jackie arrived at Valentino's. Y todavía estaban mirando el menú. Capish?
Yes.
Okay, good. 4.
Mm,
The part of the sentence that begins with when is called a time clause. The time clause can come at the beginning or the end of the sentence. The meaning is the same. When Jackie asked about Byron Walters, Dean seemed surprised. Or, Dean seemed surprised when Jackie asked about Byron Walters. When the time clause comes first, we put a comma after it. When the main clause comes first, we don't use a comma between the two clauses.
Okay,
okay.
let's do some work.
Okay.
This is going to be interesting, okay? Check it out. Read the sentence, then choose the answer that expresses what happened in the sentence. So whatever you're reading here, what is the correct summary?
Okay. When class ended this evening, Eddie asked me over to her apartment. First class ended, then Eddie invited Amy over. First Eddie invited Amy over, then class ended. Mm.
Okay.
Mm,
So for a second.
first, I was watching Modern Family on TV when Amy arrived. First Eddie started watching Modern Family, then Amy arrived. When Josh called, we decided to order a pizza. First, Josh called, then they decided to order a pizza. Okay, we were eating when he arrived. First, they start eating, then Josh arrived. When he sat down, he told us about.
Told us.
He told us
Mhm.
about a car accident he'd seen. First, he sat down, then he told them about an accident. He was crossing the street when a car hit a truck. ¿Qué significa hit?
Golpear o chocó.
First, he started to cross the street, then the accident happened.
Mhm.
Both drivers got out of their cars when the police arrived. First, the drivers got out of their cars, then the police arrived. When we turned on Newsline, John was reporting the accident. First, John started his report, then they turned on Newsline.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So both drivers got out of their cars when the police arrived.
¿Por qué llegó primero?
Okay.
But,
So first the police arrived, then the drivers got out.
¿Qué significa got out?
Se salieron de sus coches. Get out, got out in the past.
Ah, ya entendí.
Oh, esos past participles.
Okay.
Bueno, de hecho es pasado. Past participle is gotten. Okay.
Okay.
Good. So let's try something else.
Okay.
Okay, so complete the paragraph, type the correct form of the verbs in parentheses, simple past or past continuous, into the blank.
Okay. commuters were trying to get home this evening when another typical cell phone accident occurred. Occurred downtown at Center Street and First Avenue. One car was traveling east on First Avenue when the light turned red. Yes, the car wasn't stopping. No. The car
The past, isn't it?
not stopped.
Didn't.
Didn't stop when the light changed. It hit a truck that was entering the intersection. According to a witness, the driver was talking on a cell phone when he
hit.
Hit is a simple past.
¿Cuál es el pasado simple de hit?
Had? I don't know.
¿Cuál es?
No lo recuerdo.
No cambia. Hit.
Odio eso. That truck. When the ambulance ¿Qué es treat?
A tratar.
Arrived, the paramedics se supone que los paramédicos estaban dentro de la ambulancia, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Okay. También es simple past, pero no sé cómo se dice. Okay. Treated the drivers. There were no serious injuries.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Good.
Great.
I need to tell you something. You are the first person that got this correct.
Oh,
All of it.
eso es bueno.
Siempre había un error aquí. La mayoría.
Bueno.
Entonces te diste cuenta. Yes. Yeah.
No podrían estar afuera o no podían estar antes, creo.
O que están tratando si no han llegado. That's correct. Good observation. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. So. Y luego, no, es que no le entiendo el inglés. Whatever. Okay, good. Reported imperatives. ¿Qué significa? We have affirmative and negative. First example, I told him to read a lot. I said to make a list. Significa una orden, hacer algo, pero ¿qué fue lo que dijeron en el pasado? Una acción, pero en el pasado. That's what it means. Now, negative. I told them not to look up every word. Ok. Estamos reportando una acción en el pasado. Y si te fijas, está en el infinitive. To read, to make.
¿Pero que alguien más dijo?
That's correct. So let's see. Number 1. Are you ready?
Yes.
We use imperatives such as be quiet to give commands, make suggestions, give directions, and extend invitations. A direct imperative uses the person's exact words. Dean said, be quiet. When we write, we put quotation marks around direct imperatives.
Okay. So here we have a direct imperative. Dean said, él dijo, be quiet. Y estamos poniendo quotations porque es lo que alguien más dijo.
Ok.
Okay. No son tus palabras, es lo que la otra persona dijo, pero tú lo estás exponiendo. Dean said, Dean dijo, cállate o guarda silencio.
Ok.
Number 2.
We can also report imperatives without using the person's exact words. In this case, we use reported imperatives.
Dean told Jackie to be quiet.
When we write, we don't use quotation marks around reported imperatives.
Okay. So this is different. We can also report imperatives without using the person's exact words. In this case, we use reporting imperatives. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the difference. Tenemos un direct imperative, donde aquí estamos usando las palabras exactas, y tenemos reported imperatives. Dean told Jackie to be quiet. Ya no necesitamos poner los quotations.
Okay.
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 Let's continue.
The most common reporting verbs are say and tell. We use say when we don't mention the listener. Dean said to be quiet. We use tell when we mention the listener.
Dean told Jackie to be quiet.
Camila, can you give me a
He
minute?
told her to be quiet.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so any questions here? Do we need to listen to them again?
Le estoy analizando.
Okay, say and tell. What is the difference? Usamos say cuando solamente en este caso tenemos a la persona que está diciendo algo. Dean said to be quiet, pero no tenemos a la persona que lo recibe. Cuando decimos tell, decir, Dean told Jackie to be quiet. Okay? Dean told Jackie to be quiet. He told her to be quiet. Aquí es cuando usamos tell, cuando ya tenemos el noun o el pronoun.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
So, 4.
To report an affirmative imperative, use the infinitive.
Keep your voice down. I told you to keep your voice down.
Okay. Y I told you, tengo I y you. Por eso es I told you. No decimos I said you. Y aquí es donde nos confundimos en algunas veces.
Okay.
To report a negative imperative, use not plus the infinitive.
Don't interrupt. I told you not to interrupt.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
Ahí dice told porque me lo está diciendo a mí, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Okay. No more questions.
Okay.
Okay.
6.
In reported imperatives, we sometimes have to change pronouns to keep the original meaning.
Amy, call me later.
Talia told Amy to call her later.
Okay. Any
Mhm.
questions?
No.
7.
We sometimes have to change time phrases to keep the original meaning. Call me tomorrow, Amy. Talia told Amy to call her the next day.
Any questions?
No.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Remember time phrases: tomorrow, the next day, the next year, the following month, next week. It can change.
Okay.
This doesn't work then. Complete each sentence, click on the box and choose the correct answer.
Talia told Nick to be serious. Jackie told Dean Not to interrupt. Not to. ¿Cómo hago para que se lea fluido? ¿Cómo se pronuncia ese not to interrupt? O solo es not to.
Pues ya suena fluido. Sin embargo, hay personas, en el caso mío, a mí me gusta acentuar cada palabra. Jackie told me not to interrupt. Si te fijas, tienes dos T's. Entonces suena medio fluido, not to. Not to.
Ok. Not to.
Okay.
Nick said to hurry up.
Aquí como que sí tienes que hacer esa pausa, ¿verdad?
Yes, Nick said. Nick. Talia told Amy to make a reservation for 2 at Valentino's. Keep your voice down, Jackie. Dean told Jackie to keep her voice down.
Six.
Tony told Talia stay objective with quotation marks. Call me tomorrow night, Amy. Last Monday, Talia asked Amy to call her. The next night.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Good job.
Teacher.
Mhm.
En la última, si yo le ponía her tomorrow night, ¿suena raro?
Call me tomorrow night, Amy. Last Monday, Tally asked Amy to call her tomorrow night. No. No, it doesn't. Pero aquí lo que Pearson quiere que sepas es que hay opciones.
Okay.
Good question. Let's go into another grammar section. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so subject, adjective clauses. Subject, adjective clauses. I'm the one who teaches you grammar. Who? The one. Easy. Let's talk about this in detail. Are you ready?
Pero no entendí.
Okay. Subject, adjective clauses. Vamos por partes. ¿Cuál es tu subject? Todo esto, ¿no? Adjective clause es una cláusula que describe algo. Pero cuando hablamos de subject, adjective clauses, nos apoyamos de la palabra who para poder describir de quién estamos hablando. Recuerdo que un adjective describe algo.
Ya.
Okay? Number one.
Adjective clauses, also called relative clauses, identify nouns or indefinite pronouns, such as one, someone, and something.
You're the one who got me into this, Dean.
Who got me into this is an adjective clause. It identifies Dean. In other words, Dean got Jackie into the situation.
Okay. Any questions?
No entendí.
No. Ok, vamos a ver. Adjective clauses también se llaman relative clauses. Identify nouns or indefinite pronouns, such as one, someone, and something. Okay. You are the one who got me into this thing. Y aquí es donde está. ¿Qué es qué? Who got me into this? Esto que está en naranja es lo que le llamamos tu adjective clause. Es tu descripción. It identifies Dean. In other words, Dean got Jackie into the situation. Él es el que. Es solamente una descripción básica de la estructura de una relative clause. O adjective clause. Okay?
Okay.
Adjective clauses begin with a relative pronoun. We can use the relative pronoun who or that when the subject of the adjective clause is a person.
I was the guy who sent the phony recording to Newsline. I was the guy that sent the phony recording to Newsline.
We use the relative pronoun that or which when the subject is a place or thing.
That was the break that was going to make me a star.
Or,
that was the break which was going to make me a star.
Don't you work in the Gower building?
No, I work in the building that's across from the Gower building.
Or,
I work in the building which is across from the Gower building.
that is more common than which in informal conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions here?
No.
Y that and who funcionan muy bien, muy similar, pero recuerda que cuando usas who es más específico. En el caso de which, cuando estamos hablando de un lugar o una cosa, ¿vale?
Okay.
Es como decir la cual, el o el cual.
Okay.
Y who, quién, that, qué. That's it. Easy.
Okay.
The relative pronoun combines two sentences into one sentence. Talia's the reporter. She's covering the story. Talia's the reporter who's covering the story.
This is the story. It's airing tonight. This is the story that's airing tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Relative pronouns don't change forms. They're the same for singular and plural subjects. They're also the same for male and female subjects.
that's the man who works at Newsline.
Those are the women who work at Newsline.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
No questions?
No.
Ok. Recuerda que women es plural. Si yo le agrego una E a men, es plural también. Pero no cambiamos esta palabra.
Ok.
Notice that the verb in the adjective clause is singular if it refers to a singular subject. That's the reporter who works for Newsline. The verb is plural if it refers to a plural subject.
Those are the reporters who work for Newsline.
Okay.
Eso lo entendí.
Okay. Notice that the verb in the adjective clause is singular if it refers to a singular subject. That's the reporter who works for Newsline. The verb is plural if it refers to a plural subject. Those are the reporters who work. Reporter works. Reporters work. ¿Recuerdas? Cuando estamos hablando de singular, recuerda, cuando estamos hablando he, she, it, cualquier verbo se le agrega una S. She works, he works, it works. Como es plural, no necesitamos una S.
Y en el otro,
¿En cuál? ¿En este?
those are.
Es plural, no necesitamos una S.
Mm,
Esos son tus básicos, ¿eh? Recuerda. Vamos a conjugar el verbo work.
Ah, ok, ok.
You work, she, he, it works. They work. En este caso es plural. They, the reporters.
I get it. No.
Let's do some work. Okay, so match the first part of the sentence with the second part. Drag and drag the answers into the correct.
Okay. Jackie is the one who wants to be an actor. Dean and Nick are the players.
Nick and Dean are players.
Who is in trouble with the soccer federation?
That would be Nick.
Trouble es problema, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
Podría ser who scored the most points.
Dean and Nick are
The
who score.
players
The players who score, yeah.
que tienen más puntos.
Bueno, que anotan los más puntos.
Score, ¿qué es score?
Anotar.
Ah,
Score tiene varios significados. Score puede significar tu marcador final, o sea, cuál es el estatus al marcador. O to score como verbo significa marcar.
ok. These are the tables. Table. That have the best views. Tables.
They have the best views, okay?
Tables. Tables no son mesas
Yes.
que tienen las mejores vistas.
That's correct.
Ah, como de un restaurante o algo así.
Yes.
Yo dije, ¿qué? ¿Se paran en una mesa y miran? ¿Qué? No entendí. This is the restaurant that has a location in Los Angeles. He's the director that makes all those action films.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Good.
Great.
No problem, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do some pronunciation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see.
Okay.
Stress on pronunciations.
We usually don't stress pronouns. Pronouns are function words and usually do not give new information. But we do stress pronouns when we want to emphasize them or make a contrast. Listen to these lines from the dialogue. The pronouns in blue are unstressed. The pronouns in purple are stressed to show emphasis or to make a contrast.
Okay. Are you ready?
Pero nosotros...
Estresamos los pronombres cuando queremos hacer más énfasis en ellos o hacer un contraste.
Okay.
I told you not to interrupt.
Okay. Si te fijas, aquí no estamos estresando.
Why haven't you called me back?
El estrés pareciera en otro lado, ¿verdad?
Yes.
What if she knows about what we did? I know that, and you know that.
Ahora sí podemos escuchar el estrés.
Yes.
I know that, and you know that.
Okay.
Okay.
Nick even knows about you.
Nick knows about me.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Let's try another pronunciation section. Okay. So non-final intonation. Let's see.
When we finish a statement, we usually use falling final intonation. He's coming. The voice jumps up in tone on the most important word and then falls to a low tone. When we say a long sentence, we often break it up into thought groups. The first thought groups have non-final intonation. The voice jumps up on the most important word, but doesn't fall to a low tone. He's coming, but not right now. Listen to these lines from the dialogue. The words in purple have non-final intonation. The words in blue have final intonation.
Okay. Vamos a ver la diferencia de cada uno.
Okay.
¿Lista?
Yes.
When Amy introduced us, her friend said I looked familiar.
La diferencia entre non-final and final intonation es que esta es final. Esa termina tu oración. Vamos a escuchar otra vez.
When Amy introduced us, her friend said I looked familiar.
Teacher, tengo una pregunta.
Yes.
pero con lo que avanzamos hace rato, porque aquí dice her friends said I looked familiar. ¿No sería to look familiar?
To look familiar?
¿No se utilizaba infinitive?
Ah, no. Pero fíjate en el contexto. Her friend said I looked familiar. Su amiga dijo que yo me miro familiar.
Ujú.
¿Sale? No le estás diciendo algo directamente a mí. Estás haciendo un reported speech. ¿Sí me explico? Recuerda que usamos el tell y el infinito cuando te está diciendo algo a ti directo. O a
O sea,
ella o X.
que cuando no es así se puede usar otra conjugación.
Dependiendo del orden y el contexto.
Ok.
Let's try the next one, okay?
Ok.
She asked me if I worked for Kick's Shoes.
¿Sí escuchas esa pausa?
Sí.
Okay.
I know that, and you know that, but
Okay.
Ok.
What I'm trying to tell you is that Nick knows everything.
you said to be patient, but this is getting ridiculous.
Okay.
Ok.
Good. Como quiera voy a dejar esto para que puedas hacer tus ejercicios y practicar más, ¿vale?
Ok.
Perfect. And that's all for tonight, Camila. Could you help me with the daily survey? And
Yes.
I will talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Have a good night. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye bye.